have some bases behind them. And I don't think you have to be the late, great Ray Arcel or Angelo Dundee or the late, great Eddie Futch or any of those great boxing people to see that the opportunities to do more for Garcia is in front of him. The effort is not.
Not at all.
I think it's safe to say right now Garcia has not helped his career on national television.
Tired. And now there's the body shot you were looking for. We come to the end of this 6th round, and we're going to check in with Robert Flores. Round 7 here, Troy Browning, and that is Babyface Garcia, the much talked about prospect with 40 wins at just 20 years old, but yet to really get it out of first gear here against the veteran Troy Browning. Teddy Atlas's scorecard at the end of 6 rounds, 58-57.
The last 5 opponents' records for Browning, 44-69 and 7 draws. For Garcia, 149, 90 losses and 13 draws.
Now the combination of punching heats up a little bit as he tries to finish with the body with the left hand. It's like somebody dipped him in molasses before the fight.
I almost want to apologize to our audience, and I really mean this, because obviously they are the most important element in this whole equation at all times when we go on the air. So you almost want to apologize for what Garcia is not doing.
There's a combination from Browning, went to the uppercut and then the straight left hand.
Starting to hear some booing, some catcalls that is starting to form in this room. A little bit of too much politeness right there from Browning. I don't want to knock Browning because, again, huge underdog in this fight, doing probably the best that he can do in a tremendously difficult situation. But Garcia steps back, pulls his shorts up, as you said, Joe, like he's, like he's in his kitchen somewhere, about to go in the refrigerator, and he pulls his shorts up a little bit to not let him drag down. And Browning stands there and just watches.
There's an example of it right there, with just no care or concern if Browning even came in and hit him with the biggest shot he could. There's a straight left hand by Browning, goes right back upstairs with a flurry, trying his best. Are you telling me that Babyface Garcia could not punch in between those punches? Am I supposed to believe that? He just walks out the side door with his back turned. End of 7. This has gone well past the point of just lethargically going through a fight. The corner of Babyface Garcia has now told him they're going to stop the fight if you don't engage in the fight. I don't know what's going on here, Teddy. I mean, this may be something far past just what we're talking about. This just may be something inside his head that's not
Well,
right.
one thing to the credit of his corner people, we must say this. Felix Pintor, Antonio Garcia, and Don Khan, they did tell him what you want to hear him told. And again, we're not privileged to, if there was anything wrong going into this fight, and quite honestly, if there was, he shouldn't be in the ring. So right now, the biggest intrigue, unfortunately, and the biggest mystery, and the biggest reason to continue for fans, if they haven't left, to continue watching this, is to see what is wrong with Garcia, and to see if we get that answer.
Let's bring in Nate Campbell, our guest analyst tonight. Nate, how do you read this? Is this something in his head, or is he just carrying him? Or what is in the world is going on here with Babyface Garcia?
I have no idea. Either he's dead at the weight, had a hard time in training camp making weight, or I don't know. There's so much could be going on in this kid's mind, and he's young. We don't know.
Let's go.
You know, that's something you got to remember. He is young, and who knows?
And you know, Nate makes a great point that we were just touching on. And that's why it's so great to have him in the studio with us. You know, we don't know. We weren't in training camp, obviously. We're not privy to that information. You know, did something happen? Did he have a virus? I'm not trying to make excuses here.
But the engine is not revving.
Find something plausible, but I'm not trying to make excuses. But did he have a virus? Could he not maybe eat because of that virus for the last couple of days? You know, did he have to lay off training? We don't know. And probably I shouldn't grab at any more straws. But what we do know is an effort that we came here expecting has not been put forth by the 20-year-old, 40 wins, 2 losses, Garcia. The man who everybody's talking about before this fight, how long until he gets in position to fight for a title. A lot longer after we've seen this.
You never know what happens when somebody steps through those ropes, where they are mentally, where they are physically. And it can expose a lot. And it has exposed a lot tonight. You just don't know the answers to the questions that have been unearthed here with Babyface Garcia. We will come to the end of this 8th round, and we're going to have our translator, Saul Avalar, listen in to the corner of Babyface Garcia and try to shed some light on this situation as we come to the end of round number 8 here.
Julio, ese tipo está listo ya. Está listo ya.
You have to go out there and fight.
Hay problema.
How do you feel? Why you're not punching? Come on, son, you gotta throw lots of punches. Listen to me. Listen to me. This fight is wide open. You can still win. You gotta punch. You gotta go out there and punch.
Julio, no deje.
Julio, don't let him outbox you. You gotta go first.
Seen some strange things in the ring. And the far extremes, the disengaged Oliver McCall way back when. But also we've seen young prospects, hot prospects, just no-shows sometimes or have things go extremely south. Panchito Bajado comes to mind. But this is just the furthest thing you could ever expect from Babyface Garcia. You see the average punches thrown through 8 rounds, and Browning on top 65 to 55. And then Browning, an extreme underdog, 40 years old, 8 years away from the sport with what was thought to be a career-ending knee injury. He comes back and fights a mediocre 6-rounder and a 4-rounder, then 6 months off and gets thrown in against a 20-year-old monster with 40 wins, who has 11 straight knockout wins and impressed us thoroughly last time he was on our air, and is widely talked about as one of the real hotshot young guys in the sport. And this is what we get in front of us?
So I don't know what the scoring line or the betting line in Vegas was, if there even was, because you would think Garcia would be such a prohibitive favorite. There might not even be a line posted. Here. But I can tell you what was a long shot, just as long a shot as any line that could have been posted on who was going to win this fight. And that would have been what you heard. The amazing words that you heard in the corner that Saul Avalar